Pawtucket here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, I'm standing here with my old-time friend Bob Myers. Bob and I met in 1992 at Bob Meyer Truck Lines, no relation.
Yes, sir.
Bob's from Rhode Island. We were in orientation together.
What we?
We were in orientation together, and that's where we met Dave. You guys know who Dave is.
Oh, Jesus, Dave.
Dave's gonna see this. I'm
Poor
sure.
fella. Hi, Dave. Glad to hear you're doing well.
So Bob and I started together at Bob Meyer, driving cab overs, both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you were in a cab over Kenworth, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was in a
Pete.
Pete.
It was a big old, huge. Yeah.
How did you end up at Bob Meyer Truck Lines, all the way from Rhode Island?
Well, I'll tell you, a buddy of mine was working the dock in Cumberland, Rhode Island at the Schwann's Frozen Food Place.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And he asked me, he said, hey, man, you're not doing anything? It was like a Friday night, you know.
Yep.
We were out supposed to be drinking and doing our thing that
Right.
kids do. And he's like, you got a minute? You know, come by and give me a hand unloading this 53-footer. And when I got there, I was like, oh, my God, man. Get some tissue. I got to rub one out. This big Bud Meyer Peterbilt was sitting there.
Yeah.
Beautiful truck. And how I was sold, like, I got to get in there, you know, same names and everything. Bud Meyer, Bob Meyer. You know, hey, whatever. So, no, it was cool.
So you found them out?
Found them that way. And,
How did you end up how did you get out to Minnesota for the orientation?
They actually, that wonderful girl with the long blonde hair, she ended up leaving to go to the casino when that was brand new.
Linda. Yes.
And she
was the recruiter.
I believe she flew me to Chicago,
Okay.
and then I got on a train from there, and that was probably the coolest train ride I'd ever been on.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool.
I ended up riding out with one of the company drivers.
Oh, okay.
He was loaded out of Gloucester going out of the cities.
Yeah. They flew me to Chicago. I got on a train, and the train had like 2 floors.
Yep.
And when we got into Red Wing, Minnesota, it was a massive lightning storm and thunderstorm and coming along the Mississippi and stuff. Oh, dude, it was fantastic.
Right.
One of the greatest train rides ever.
Isn't it something that you and I made the same trip? I mean, at the same time, we were both heading to Lake City.
Yeah.
We didn't know each other.
No.
Yeah, we met in orientation. I mean, orientation wasn't much. I remember we stayed at the Sunset Motel.
Yep.
And it was pretty much...
That's a lovely town.
Here's the trucks. Beautiful town.
Yeah.
Here's the trucks. Go to work.
Well, you had to do a driving test.
Yes.
That big guy, Neil or Doug or whatever his name was, big man. 5'6" or some shit. He had me take a test drive with him.
The test drive I took was in a cab over.
Yeah.
And I was floating gears, and he goes, we expect you to double clutch here at Bud Meyer. Bud Meyer put clutches in the trucks. So I was like, okay, fine, I can double clutch.
Yeah.
And then I got back there like, nah, don't listen to him.
Yeah, no, never clutch.
Don't listen to him.
Never clutch.
So you started there, you were there a while, then you got a blue Peterbilt like the blue Peterbilt I had, right?
Yeah, same truck. I think it was a sister of yours, like a 901 or 902 or something like that.
Yeah. Yours had a 1 stack.
No, I had 2 stacks.
Did you have 2 stacks?
Yeah, I had 2 stacks. Yeah.
And then you were in that for a while.
Yeah. I got some old pictures.
How long were you there?
Stuff. I was there like 2 years.
You were, yeah.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I had went in the Army out of high school, and that was like '84, and then stayed with the National Guard after '89. So that was.
It's always been good
84, 89, 90.
Yeah.
Stayed in the National Guard, had to do commitments and with my contractual commitments there with the Department of the Army, and back and forth in between trucking. When I wasn't active doing something for them, I was truck driving.
And now you're an owner operator.
So now I'm blessed.
And who you leased to?
Thank you so much. Right now I'm currently leased on with Sherwin-Williams Paints. Very heavy stuff, but good money, great people. Leave you alone.
Were you hauling with them?
What's that?
Where are you running for them?
Right now, I've been running back and forth to Reno out of Fredericksburg, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Drop and hook, all DC work, drop and hook.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's great. Occasionally, waddle my fat ass up there and put a strap on the back of the load.
And what are you running for a truck?
I've got a 2021 W900 Kenworth with a 605 Cummins 18-speed, and I forget what the gear ratio is.
It's a nice truck.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's cool, man. Well, hey. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Thanks for talking to my audience.
Yeah.
It's Bob Myers.
Yep.
Good deal, man.
Old school, long time.
You're old school
drivers.
cool, dude.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stories.
Oh yeah, we got some stories.
What's it like? What's it like for you now? You remember back in the day what it was like? Is it a lot different now on the road?
Terrible.
What's terrible about it?
Terrible. It's just deplorable. There's no respect. Everywhere you go, if you know that government agency, what is it called? The Board of Health. Every state has them. If the Board of Health actually did their job, which they don't, because they're government, you know, they say they do, but they don't do nothing. If they actually did all the more than half the truck stops in this country would be shut down for deplorable conditions.
Right.
There's no more good restaurants. They're all Burger King, Taco Bell. That's great if you're going to have a colonoscopy the next day. They're terrible. Did
that all happen after COVID?
No, this was going on for years.
Yeah.
Everything's just going downhill. Foreigners have bought over everything. Stagecoach out in Utah up by Cabbage, and it's coming off of Cabbage. That place was phenomenal.
Oh, the Boise Stage Stop.
Boise Stage Stop.
Yeah.
Yep, that place was, man, if you didn't stop in there, you weren't a truck driver.
Yeah.
I went in there, and wowee, it's
changed.
You know, there's no easy way to say it, and I don't want to sound racist or anything like that.
Right, don't sound racist
because I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
You know, but there's you know, it's the foreign entity willing to work for nothing, and they're just taking it over. So you know, it is what it is. I'm glad I'm on my way out.
It's a different grade of truckers for sure that are coming up nowadays.
I wouldn't even grade them. Dirty diapers.
Do you have some favorite truck stops back in the day, you remember?
Yeah, you know, the old Whites and
Raffine.
Whites and Raffine, which is now all corporatized. I mean, it's still a nice place. But like Hat 6 in Casper, Wyoming. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't know that one.
People say, oh, what is the other one there? The Great American. There's a couple of them.
Oh, Little America.
Little America.
Yeah. I wasn't ever a big fan of
they
that.
might have been great back in the 60s. They ain't crap.
You remember
now.
the giant truck stop in New Mexico?
Yeah.
That's gone. What's there now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah,
Battle Mountain, Nevada. Remember
Battle Mountain,
White Horse Truck Stop Saloon? Gone.
Gone, huh?
You know, it's all gone. That whole place, it just looks like an old junkyard with trailers and dilapidated.
What about Jubitz? Is that still there?
Jubitz is one of the finest truck stops
you
will ever go to in this country.
Portland, Oregon.
They've stayed with the times. They've upgraded it. They've spent top-notch money. The place is spotless. That's definitely in the top 5. Hat 6 in Casper, Wyoming, top 5. 75 Chrome Shop is in my top 5, but it's not, you don't buy fuel or anything there, but that place is just an entity of its own. You know, White's was good. It's still good. Raffine's still good.
A lot of parking.
Yeah, a lot of parking, you know. But again, they've gotten rid of all the home-cooked meals, and it's all fast food.
Food to go.
Yeah, I'm not, you know, I'm just, I eat a little more healthy conscious now that I'm getting older.
So Bob, the traffic conditions nowadays are terrible. The car drivers, the worst ever, and they're not getting any better.
No.
How do you keep yourself safe on the road?
I don't know.
It's tough, right?
It is. I've just, somewhere along the line, I've snapped, and I don't get all angry and flipped out anymore, you know.
Yeah, you used to be a little more angrier.
Yeah,
you mellowed out for sure.
You know, well, it's, you know, kill somebody, go to jail, so I'm no good for jail, so so you calm down.
Wow.
Crazy the lack of respect is just unbelievable. The distractions. I'm gonna tell you, you play these games, people that own Jeeps, people that own Volkswagen Beetles, you'll understand this. You all see each other and you give it the little wave and stuff. Well, I play games too in my big truck, and it's got nothing to do with Kenworth. It's got everything to do with, I do census. I take census going down the road, and the census is 9 out of every 10 cars and 9 out of every tractor trailer, people are finger screwing their phone going down the road, and that is one of the worst situations I deal with on a daily basis.
They can't even stay in their lanes, trucks or cars.
All over the place. The trucks are just
like
terrible.
Now when you drive, you have to stay to the right of your lane because they're in your lane now.
Back in the day when you were about to change lanes, you looked in your mirror. If you saw a big hood coming at you and he was moving, you can clearly, common sense tells you what's in the mirror is moving faster than what your dumb ass is. But yet, nope, one flash and pull right over in front of you. 65, 68 miles an hour when you're in an 80 zone out in the Midwest. And then when you go by them, they just
Hey, look at you. What did you expect?
Flip flop on the dashboard. You know what happened to over the ankle boots?
Yeah.
And all that nonsense.
You try to dress professionally on the road?
Absolutely. I dress professionally all the time. You know?
Yeah.
Yep. I don't look like a hag bag. I don't do sweatpants. I don't do flip flop sandals, anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have high top sneakers on, but I have boots if I'm in a work environment. I have boots, but I don't really work that hard now. It's just drop and hook and
yeah, you do a lot of miles.
Yeah, I do a lot of miles. Yeah, my lower back shot. But it's you know, you got to eat right out there. Yeah. You got to stay consistent with your diet and exercise. It will catch up on you.
What about sleep? You get some good sleep on the road?
I 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
This ELD bullshit is just, it's exactly
no good, huh?
No, all that was to accommodate.
Did that create safe trucking, the ELD?
No, unsafe trucking.
Unsafe trucking now, right?
Yeah, it definitely emphasized unsafe trucking. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
These dirtbags with flip-flops and their foot up on the dashboard and stuff are sailing through construction sites at as fast as I can go, 68 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And they're blowing by you, and then, you know, it's an unsafe thing. The truck stops, they're doing, you know, 55 in a truck stop. They can't do 55 on the highway. Right. And it's the mentality. Some people are affected differently, and I know when I first got it, it was like someone had a gun to the back of my ear. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. This thing cuts out, you know, at 11 hours, you gotta stop driving. That doesn't mean I'm tired. It doesn't mean I can just go to bed and go to sleep. It takes me 5 hours to wind down, you know, so it's not healthy. It hasn't increased safety in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, it used to be, you went to sleep when you were tired.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
These people, if you're an adult and you're
if you're an adult,
you know when to pull your dumb ass over before you fall asleep behind
Stop
the wheel.
and take a nap whenever you want to take a nap. Let the traffic die down.
This has created zero safety. If anything, it is increased the unsafety aspect of people just running balls out because gotta go in a hurry and stuff. The only thing I like about it is I'm me and I don't give a rat's ass. I do what I want to do and I don't care what that clock says. You know what I mean? I do everything legal. But I'll stop at 8 hours for the day. I don't care. If I want to run 11, I'll run 11. If I want to sleep for 12 or 14 after I sat there for 5 trying to sleep, that's what I do. I get up when I get up and I go.
That's the way it should be.
I'm not chasing pennies. I'm not chasing, you know, if you got to go out there to chase a $20 bill, you probably should find a different line of work to be
Good
in.
advice. Bob, you still run a CB radio?
I run a CB radio. It is part of my pre-trip every day. It is on all day, every day. And that's getting fewer and fewer.
That's pretty sad, huh?
Out west, it's great because you get all the bull racks and the big boys and
you got a CB handle?
Stuff. Yeah, I go by Blue Knight or Ice Pick.
Ice Pick?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Ice Pick, yeah. But Blue Knight is the original.
I know you as Blue Knight.
Yep. It's.
What about CB radios and snowstorms? Should everybody be running them?
It should be mandatory.
Yeah. Right?
Yep. Should be mandatory, you know? Yeah, absolutely should be mandatory. It's what saves lives. How many times does CB save you, Mike?
A lot,
Speeding tickets, collisions, you know?
You're seeing these pileups every winter. It's getting worse with guys with no radios and no common sense.
You know, I'm going to make a statement, and I know it's going to be off color. But back in the day, there was a lot of guys partying on the road. Pulling to a truck stop. The truck stops were like a damn truck show every night. Like a truck show.
Back row of the Ontario, California. Remember that?
Guys were doing their thing. The party back row, stuff like that. And they were doing all kinds of stuff. Dummy dust, smoking weed, drinking, blah, blah, blah. And they'd go get their 4, 5, 6 hours sleep. And you know what? If there was a rollover on the East Coast, you heard about it through the radio, through the grapevine. Oh, did you hear about the rollover in New Jersey last week? And it was like 1, 2 a month, somewhere in the country. Now, we've got all kinds of CDL, communistic dictator legislation. We've got all this BS safety stuff that's put on us that people that aren't even... They really shouldn't be talking to us. They're not even qualified to be talking to us. That's it. Bunch of jagoffs.
They're running data.
Yep. And they're telling us what we gotta do. And I'm telling you right now, back in the day when all that shits and shenanigans were going on, we ate better, we slept better. People did all kinds of partying.
Yep.
Rollovers, maybe 1 to 2 throughout the country. Check the data if they even recorded it back then. Now there's a rollover in every state, sometimes more than once a day. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So
you know, you're
Washington-
100%, dude, because I don't even remember seeing rollovers hardly ever.
Yep. Nope. Now it's every day.
No.
every
You could run I-40 from coast to coast.
Dude, perfect example. Look at these towing companies. Heavy equipment towing companies. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
People don't build towing companies like that if there's no work.
Yeah.
When we were driving,
Yeah.
nobody had a tow truck like these tow trucks.
No.
And if
Now they all got rotators.
They had to go 100 miles to go do a recovery. You know, now it's just commonplace. Everything's commonplace.
Yeah.
But we're getting talked at by these people that they're not even qualified to be talking to us, at us, over us, or through us.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
So.
But you keep going.
I do.
You still enjoy it?
I do. I've wanted to be a truck driver since I was a little boy, and I've held a bunch of different company jobs, and just COVID came in, and I said, "Screw it, I'm gonna buy a truck, and whatever happens, happens."
Yeah.
And so far so good. It's been
You're doing
good.
good.
It's a blessing.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You do a hell of a job.
Appreciate it.
You got a beautiful truck.
Thank you. Very nice to see you too.
You've worked. You got a pretty good work balance, life balance. You got the business comes first.
Yep.
When you're an owner operator, right?
Yep. Absolutely. I'm kind of greedy, so I'm grabbing as much money as I can.
Like how long do you stay out on the road usually?
I stay out like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
And come home for a couple of weeks. You know.
And what was the first thing you did when you got home? You polished your truck.
She comes to this show.
Yeah.
She's looking at me like, this dude's out of his mind.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Just give her a couple rags.
Yeah, I was all by myself. She did help me though.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, so it's cool. Yeah, it's good. It's
good, man. Well, it's great to see you.
Yep.
Thanks for talking, everybody.
Nice to see you too.
All right, Bob.
Nice to see you guys too, man. Catch you out on the big road.
Yeah, where can people
sometime.
find you? Do you go on any truck shows besides something like this?
75 Chrome Shop.
Every year,
truck
right?
show every year. I'll be there as long as I'm upright and able and ambulatory and breathing. I'll be at the 75 Chrome Shop truck show every year. That's a very family-oriented place. It's I just like it. It's great networking. A lot of good people.
All right, brother. Nice talking to you.
All right, you too.